The Exile. The story opens with Captain Jake Miller standing before the towering crystal chambers of the Galactic Council. Representatives from 12 alien species sit in judgment. The blue-skinned Ultans, the insect-like Vex, and the gas-dwelling Neph all stare down at the lone human. Humanity is too dangerous, declares High Counselor Voth, his voice echoing through the chamber. Your species shows too much aggression. You fight wars over small patches of dirt. You refuse to follow our peaceful ways. Jake tries to speak, but the Council has already decided. Earth is cut off from all galactic trade. Human colonies are abandoned. Humanity is banned from civilized space forever. The other species nod in agreement. They remember how humans fought back when pirates attacked their supply ships. They fear how humans never surrender, even when facing impossible odds. To them, humanity is a virus that spreads violence wherever it goes. We give you one choice, Voth continues. Accept exile to the Dead Zone, or face complete destruction. The Dead Zone is a region of space where no sane being travels. Strange energy storms tear ships apart. Planets are covered in toxic clouds. Most terrifying of all, it's where the demons live. The demons are creatures of pure evil that even the mighty Galactic Council fears. They consume entire worlds, leaving nothing but ash behind. No one who enters their realm ever returns. Jake looks at his small crew. There's Tom, the engineer who can fix anything. Lisa, the pilot who flies like she's dancing with the stars. And old Doc Harris, who's seen more battles than anyone should. We'll take exile, Jake says quietly. The council members look relieved. They expect humanity to die quickly in the Dead Zone. It will solve their problem without making them feel guilty about genocide. Jake's ship, the Defiance, is escorted to the edge of council space. As they cross into the Dead Zone, the escort ships quickly turn back. No one wants to follow humans into that cursed region. The Dead Zone greets them with a massive energy storm. Lightning tears across space in colors that shouldn't exist. The ship's hull groans under the pressure, but Lisa keeps them flying steady. Sir, Tom calls from the engine room. The storm is doing something weird to our systems. It's not breaking them. It's making them stronger. Doc Harris checks the readings. The radiation here is different. It's not killing us. It's changing us. As they fly deeper into the Dead Zone, they discover something the Council never knew. The strange energy doesn't destroy human technology. It improves it. Their weapons become more powerful. Their shields grow stronger. Even their bodies start adapting to the harsh environment. They find other human ships that were exiled years ago. Small groups of survivors who refuse to die. They've been waiting, growing stronger, learning to use the Dead Zone's power. How many of us are there? Jake asks Captain Ross, leader of the largest survivor group. About 50,000 spread across different sectors, Ross replies. We've been building, preparing. We knew this day would come. Jake realizes the Council made a terrible mistake. They didn't exile humanity to die. They gave them a place to grow into something stronger. The first part ends as Jake's ship approaches a massive structure floating in space. It's a space station built from the wreckage of 1,000 ships. Human engineering mixed with captured alien technology. Weapons that glow with Dead Zone energy point in all directions. Welcome to New Hope Station, Ross says with a grim smile. Your new home in hell. But as they dock, alarms start blaring. Long-range sensors pick up something moving in the deeper parts of the Dead Zone. Something huge and evil. The demons have noticed the humans. Lisa checks her instruments and goes pale. Captain, we've got incoming. 50 ships, maybe more. They're not like anything in our databases. Through the view screen, they see them approaching. Ships that look like they're made of bone and shadow. Red lights that pulse like beating hearts. These are the creatures that made the entire galaxy afraid. Jake grabs his weapon and turns to his crew. Well, team, looks like we're about to meet our new neighbors. Doc Harris loads his medical kit with combat supplies. Sir, I've got a feeling we're going to need more than friendly conversation. The demons are coming, and humanity is about to face its first real test in hell. First contact with hell. The demon ships move through space like living things. Their hulls pulse with dark energy, and strange symbols glow along their sides. As they get closer, the humans can hear something impossible, screaming coming through the vacuum of space. They're trying to communicate, Lisa reports, her hands shaking on the controls. But it's not like any language I've ever heard. The lead demon ship is massive, easily 10 times larger than any human vessel. It looks like a cathedral made of bones, with spires that reach out like grasping claws. Red mist flows around it like blood and water. Captain Ross moves his fleet into defensive positions around New Hope Station. All ships, weapons ready, but don't fire first. Jake studies the enemy formation. They're not attacking yet. They're studying us. A transmission comes through, filled with static and whispers. Slowly, words form in broken English. New meat has come to our domain. The voice is like grinding metal mixed with dying screams. Doc Harris runs scans on the transmission. Sir, this isn't just communication. They're trying to get inside our heads. Several human crew members start holding their heads in pain. The demon's voice carries some kind of psychic attack. But something strange happens. After a few minutes, the pain stops. The humans adapt. Interesting, the demon voice says. Now clearer. You do not break like the others. A figure appears on the main screen. It's humanoid but wrong in every way. Pale skin stretched over too many bones. Eyes that are completely black. When it smiles, there are too many teeth. I am Lord Bane, it says. I rule this sector of what you call the dead zone. We call it hell. Jake steps forward to respond. I'm Captain Miller. We're here because we were exiled from Council space. Bane laughs, and the sound makes several humans feel sick. Exiled. How wonderful. The weak ones above sent us fresh souls to torment. We're not here to be tormented, Jake replies firmly. We're here to survive. Survival. Bane's expression changes to curiosity. In hell, there is no survival. There is only eternal suffering. Tom whispers to Jake, Sir, our energy readings are off the charts. These things are powered by something we don't understand. Bane continues, We have ruled this realm for 10,000 years. We consume worlds. We feast on fear. What can mere humans do against such power? Jake looks around at his crew and the other human survivors. They're scared, but none of them are backing down. We'll show you what humans do when cornered. Very well, Bane says with amusement. We will give you one chance to prove yourselves. Single combat, your champion against mine. If you win, we will leave you alone for now. If you lose, we feast. The screen shows Bane's champion stepping forward. It's a creature that looks like it was made from nightmares. 12 feet tall, covered in black armor that seems to absorb light. Its weapon is a sword that burns with hellfire. Jake starts to volunteer, but Ross stops him. No, Captain. This is my station. I'll fight. Ross is older but experienced. He's fought pirates, rebels, and worse during his years in space. He puts on his best armor and takes a plasma rifle and combat blade. The fight takes place in the cargo bay of New Hope Station. The demon champion moves faster than should be possible for something so large. Its burning sword cuts through metal like paper. Ross dodges and weaves, using his human agility. He fires his plasma rifle, but the shots barely scratch the creature's armor. The demon laughs and swings its massive sword. But Ross has been studying his enemy. He notices that the creature's armor has joints, weak points. As the demon overextends on a swing, Ross slides under its guard and drives his blade into a gap in the armor. The creature screams and stumbles backward. Black blood flows from the wound. For the first time, it looks uncertain. Impossible, it growls. No mortal weapon can harm us. Ross pulls out his blade and sees it's changed. The dead zone energy has merged with human technology to create something new, something that can hurt demons. The fight continues for an hour. Ross takes several hits, but he keeps adapting, learning the creature's patterns. Finally, he finds his opening and drives his energy-charged blade through the demon's heart. The champion falls with a crash that shakes the entire station. Bane stares in shock. "You actually won." Jake steps forward. "We told you. Humans don't give up." But Bane's expression changes to something worse than anger, respect mixed with hunger. How very interesting. We have not faced worthy opponents in centuries. This changes everything. The demon fleet begins to withdraw, but Bane's final words chill the humans. "We will be watching you, little mortals, and when you are ready, we will test you properly." Building an army. 6 months after the first encounter with the demons, humanity has changed. The dead zone's energy continues to alter their technology and bodies. Humans are becoming stronger, faster, and more resilient. But more importantly, they're learning to work together like never before. Jake stands in the command center of New Hope Station, now expanded into a massive complex. The view screen shows dozens of human settlements scattered across the dead zone. Each one is a fortress built to survive in hell. "Report from Sector 7, announces Commander Beth Stone, Jake's new intelligence officer. They've successfully harvested energy from a dead zone storm. Power output is 3 times normal." Tom, now chief engineer for all human settlements, grins as he reviews the data. "Sir, we're not just surviving here anymore. We're thriving. The energy patterns in this region are making our technology evolve. The humans have discovered that the dead zone's strange radiation doesn't just improve their equipment, it's teaching them. Ancient knowledge seems to flow through the energy storms. Secrets of advanced engineering, weapon design, and space travel that no galactic civilization has ever learned." Doc Harris approaches with his medical reports. "Captain, the physical changes in our people are remarkable. Reaction times improved by 40%. Healing rate doubled. Some individuals are showing resistance to psychic attacks." "The demons did us a favor," Jake observes. "They're forcing us to become something better." Lisa pilots a patrol ship through the outer regions, scouting for new arrivals. More human ships arrive every week. Refugees from Council space who chose exile over submission. Each group brings new skills and knowledge. "New contact incoming," Lisa reports. "It's a science vessel from the Rim colonies. They're carrying something interesting." The ship docks, and its captain, a woman named Dr. Kate Rivers, meets with Jake. She carries a sealed container that hums with energy. "We brought something from the old archives," she explains. "Research that the Council banned years ago. Weapon designs that they considered too dangerous." She opens the container to reveal data crystals glowing with internal light. Project Prometheus, humanity's first attempt to create weapons that could challenge the Council's most powerful ships. Tom examines the crystals. "These designs are incredible, but they require energy sources we never had access to. Until now," Jake realizes. "The dead zone gives us all the power we need." Over the following weeks, human settlements become workshops of innovation. They build new ships using Council technology improved with dead zone energy. Weapons that fire concentrated hellfire. Shields that turn psychic attacks back on their users. But the most important change is in the humans themselves. They're organizing into something the galaxy has never seen. A military force that thinks like one organism. Captain Ross leads the combat training programs. In Council space, we fought as individuals or small groups. Here, we fight as humanity. Every battle teaches all of us. The training is intense. Humans practice fighting in the strange conditions of the dead zone. They learn to use the energy storms as weapons. Most importantly, they practice fighting demons. The enemy is not just powerful, Ross explains to a group of new recruits. They're ancient. They've seen every trick, every strategy, but they've never faced humans before. Jake receives reports from spy drones sent deeper into demon territory. The information is disturbing. The demons aren't just monsters. They're an organized civilization. They have cities built on planets made of bone, fleets that could destroy entire star systems. How many of them are there? Jake asks Beth. Conservative estimate. Millions of ships. Billions of individual demons. They've conquered hundreds of systems over thousands of years. The numbers should be terrifying, but Jake feels something else. Opportunity. They've never faced real resistance before. They're used to easy victories. Dr. Rivers approaches with her latest research. Captain, I've been studying the demon technology we captured from their champion. Their power source is fascinating. They're feeding off negative emotions. Fear, pain, despair. What happens if we don't give them what they're expecting? Jake wonders. Unknown, but I have a theory. Humans are emotional creatures, but not just negative emotions. We feel hope, determination, love. What if those emotions could power our technology the same way? The idea sparks something in Jake's mind. Tom, what if we could reverse engineer their power source? Use human emotions to fuel our weapons. Tom's eyes light up. It's possible. The dead zone energy already responds to human will. If we could focus that connection. As the conversation continues, alarms suddenly blare throughout the station. Lysa's voice comes over the speakers. All hands to battle stations. We have incoming demon scouts. Looks like they're testing our defenses. Jake looks around at his team. No longer just a ship's crew, but leaders of humanity's first army in hell. Well, people, looks like our training is about to be tested. Through the view screen, they can see demon ships approaching. But this time, the humans aren't afraid. They're ready. All ships, prepare for combat. Jake orders. Let's show them what we've learned. The war begins. The demon scout fleet approaches New Hope Station with confidence. 12 ships, each crackling with hellfire energy, expecting to find the same terrified humans they met months ago. Instead, they face something new. Human ships emerge from hidden positions around the station. Their hulls gleam with dead zone energy, and their weapons charge with a light that hurts to look at directly. These aren't the same desperate survivors who first entered hell. This is Admiral Miller of the Human Resistance. Jake broadcasts to the demon fleet. You are in human territory. Leave now or be destroyed. The lead demon ship responds with laughter that echoes through space. Admiral, how amusing. We are the Void Hunters, servants of Lord Bane. We have come to collect specimens for our master's experiments. Negative, Jake replies calmly. The only thing you'll collect today is a lesson in human warfare. The battle begins with the demons attacking in their traditional formation, a direct assault meant to overwhelm with pure power. Their ships fire streams of hellfire that can melt through any known armor. But the human ships don't engage traditionally. They move in patterns the demons have never seen, using the dead zone's energy storms as cover. Lysa leads a squadron of fighters that dance between reality and nightmare, appearing and disappearing like ghosts. Target their power cores. Commander Stone directs from the tactical center. Tom's analysis shows they're vulnerable during energy discharge cycles. The first human victory comes when Captain Ross, commanding the battleship Defiance, uses a new weapon, a cannon that fires concentrated human determination. The energy blast doesn't just damage the demon ship, it disrupts their power source. Impossible, screams the demon commander as his ship begins to lose power. Our hellfire is eternal. Your hellfire feeds on fear, Jake responds, moving his flagship into attack position. But we're not afraid anymore. The human fleet demonstrates tactics that no galactic civilization has ever developed. They fight with perfect coordination, each ship knowing exactly where the others will be. When one human vessel takes damage, others instantly move to cover it. Most shocking of all, when human ships are damaged, they don't retreat. The dead zone energy allows them to repair themselves during battle, growing stronger with each exchange. The Demon Scout fleet, expecting an easy victory, finds itself outmaneuvered and outgunned. 3 of their ships are destroyed, and the rest retreat in confusion. This is only the beginning, the surviving demon commander transmits as his fleet flees. Lord Bane will bring the full might of hell against you. After the battle, Jake reviews the performance data. How are our casualties? Minimal. Doc Harris reports. The new medical systems are incredible. What would have been fatal injuries a year ago are healing within hours. But Jake knows this small victory will bring consequences. Within days, long-range sensors detect something massive moving in the deep regions of hell. Lord Bane is mobilizing his main fleet. 2,000 ships, Beth reports, her voice steady despite the overwhelming numbers. And that's just what we can detect. Intelligence suggests they have reserve fleets even larger. The human settlements begin preparing for the war everyone knows is coming. Every human in the dead zone becomes part of the war effort. Scientists work around the clock to improve weapons and defenses. Engineers build new ships using designs that would be impossible anywhere else in the galaxy. Most importantly, humans start exhibiting abilities that surprise even themselves. Some develop enhanced reflexes that let them pilot ships at impossible speeds. Others show mental connections that allow perfect coordination across vast distances. Dr. Rivers makes a breakthrough in her research. Captain, I've figured out how the demons maintain control over such a large territory. They use fear as a communication network. Every terrified civilization they conquer becomes part of their intelligence system. What does that mean for us? Jake asks. It means they know everything about civilizations that fear them. But humans aren't afraid anymore. We're invisible to their network. Jake realizes this gives humanity an incredible advantage. We can move through their territory without being detected. Strike targets they'll never expect. The strategy takes shape quickly. Instead of waiting for the demon fleet to attack human settlements, humanity will strike first. Small teams of human ships will hit demon supply lines, communication centers, and isolated outposts. Captain Ross volunteers to lead the first deep strike mission. We'll take 10 ships into the heart of their territory, find their command center, and cut off their coordination. As the human fleet prepares for its most dangerous mission yet, Jake addresses all the settlements across the dead zone. For centuries, humanity dreamed of reaching the stars. We wanted to join a galactic community and find our place among civilized species. Instead, we found ourselves cast out and alone. His voice carries across every human settlement, ship, and outpost. But in this place of exile, we discovered something better than acceptance. We discovered what we truly are. We are not victims. We are not refugees. We are the storm that hell never saw coming. The war for the dead zone is about to begin, and humanity is ready to fight. Conquest of hell. 3 months into the war, the impossible has happened. Human forces aren't just surviving against the demons. They're winning. Admiral Jake Miller stands on the bridge of the massive battleship Human Spirit, a vessel that couldn't exist anywhere but in the dead zone. Its hull is forged from materials that phase between dimensions, powered by the focused will of its human crew. Status report. Jake orders as they approach the demon stronghold planet of Torment. All strike teams in position, Commander Stone reports. The demons still don't understand how we're moving through their territory undetected. Captain Ross leads the ground assault team, now equipped with armor that channels dead zone energy directly into their weapons. Sir, we've identified Lord Bane's command center. It's in the center of their bone city. The battle for Torment begins with humanity's most audacious strategy yet. Instead of attacking the planet's defenses, they attack the planet's despair. Dr. Rivers has weaponized human hope itself, broadcasting it through the dead zone energy network. The effect on the demons is devastating. Their power source, fear and suffering, begins to weaken as human determination floods their systems. Ships that have terrorized the galaxy for millennia suddenly find their weapons failing. What is happening to us? Lord Bane screams from his command center as his forces begin to falter. Our power is eternal. Jake responds directly through their communication system. Your power was never eternal. It was borrowed from the civilizations you conquered. But you made one mistake. You never conquered Earth. The human fleet demonstrates the full extent of their evolution. Ships that can exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Weapons that fire pure human emotion converted into destructive energy. Most incredibly, human crews that think and act as one perfect organism. Lisa pilots her fighter squadron through the demon fleet like she's conducting a symphony. Each ship moves in perfect harmony with the others, creating patterns of destruction that are almost beautiful to watch. The entire demon defense grid is down. Tom reports from the engineering station. Their technology is failing because it can't process our energy signatures. The ground assault on Torment reveals the true horror of demon civilization. Cities built from the bones of conquered species, gardens that grow suffering instead of plants. But the humans don't slow down or show mercy. They know what these creatures have done to countless worlds. Captain Ross and his team fight through the Bone City with weapons that burn brighter with each act of courage. The demons, creatures that have inspired fear for 10,000 years, find themselves terrified for the first time. How are you doing this? Lord Bane demands as human forces breach his command center. We are the rulers of hell. Jake enters the command center personally, surrounded by his elite guard. He looks at the ancient demon lord without fear or hatred, just cold determination. You're not rulers, Jake explains calmly. You're parasites. You've fed off other species' fear for so long, you forgot what real strength looks like. The final confrontation between humanity and the masters of hell takes place in Lord Bane's throne room. The demon lord, desperate, attempts to use his most powerful weapon, pure terror given form. But when the psychic attack hits the humans, something unprecedented happens. Instead of breaking them, it makes them stronger. Human resistance to fear has become so complete that terror itself becomes fuel for their power. Jake draws a weapon that glows with the collected hope of every human in the dead zone. This is for every species you've destroyed, for every world you've burned, for every civilization that never got the chance to fight back. The battle is brief but decisive. Lord Bane, ancient master of hell, falls to human weapons powered by emotions he never understood. With their leader defeated and their power source corrupted, the demon forces across the dead zone begin to collapse. Some surrender. Others flee to distant galaxies. A few try to negotiate, offering to serve humanity instead. No deals, Jake declares to the remaining demon commanders. Hell is under new management. The transformation of the dead zone is swift and complete. Demon worlds are cleansed and converted into human colonies. Their technology is reverse engineered and improved. Most importantly, the vast resources they hoarded for millennia are redistributed to help other species the demons had oppressed. As Jake stands on the balcony of what was once Lord Bane's fortress, now converted into the capital of the human empire, he receives an unexpected transmission. It's from the Galactic Council. Admiral Miller, High Counselor Voth's voice is very different from when they last spoke. We have received reports of your activities in the dead zone. The Council requests immediate negotiations. Jake smiles as he looks out over a realm that was once hell, now blooming with human cities and rescued civilizations. Tell the Council that humanity is ready to talk. But this time, we'll be setting the terms. The exile is over. Humanity has not just survived hell. They've conquered it, and now they're coming home. The end.